Hey everyone, my name is Clear, and today I'm doing a collab with cherryeong in which we'll be making a group using one member from each of each other's alt groups. This is my half of the project where I made a group from cherryeong's alt groups. Please make sure you check out cherryeong's own video where she'll be making a group using my alt groups, and generally just support her because she's really amazing. Anyways, let's get into it. So, the groups I'll be working with in this video are Blackpink, TXT, Twice, Red Velvet, G-Idol, BTS, aespa, and ITZY, meaning this will be a co-ed group. I'm super excited to show you all what I came up with, so let's continue forward. As you could probably see, my group's name is Morning or Achim, and their concept revolves around the city as well as general city core and nightlife aesthetics. I hadn't seen this concept explored as much as I wanted in K-pop, so with it being one of my favorites, of course I was really inspired to take it on myself for this group. Their concept is also somewhat a dual concept as well, venturing into what I've labeled as both day city and night city looks. So essentially, going from a chill melancholy vibe, to retro nightlife themed sounds, and then lastly to high energy music with a badass concept. Some could say their songs are like night and day to each other, thus, that's how the name Morning came to be. Their representative color is Pantone 5115C. Or a red great purple color, and their catchphrase is by morning you've fallen, which purposely was made to both be taken as a threat or as flirting. And because of another factor I'll mention later when I'm talking about the fandom. My inspirations for this group definitely came a lot from ITZY's recent comeback with Mafia in the Morning, in Hypen of course, a lot of KRNB tracks. And how I've seen this concept and sound more commonly used in music from Japan. Anyways, I'll move on to the members. So, the first member I'll be introducing is Rosé from Blackpink. She was one of the first members that came to mind when creating this group TBH. Even though I'm sure most of Blackpink could pull this concept off, I chose her because she had the down-to-earth but still chic vibe I wanted for this group. Also because I think she'd add a really interesting vocal color. The positions I'd give her are leader and lead vocalist because I think she really defines what I want for this group, as well as she has shown the best leader skills out of all of the members. And because I think her vocals are quite strong, but a bit less flexible compared to other members of Morning. I'd imagine she'd be a warm-hearted, but protective leader who could take lead during times when public speaking is needed. Also, she is very good in English and Japanese, so she'd be a reliable translator for the other members. The next member of Morning is Yonjin from Tomorrow by Together. Out of all of the TXT members, I thought he captured the image I wanted for my group the best. The positions I'd give him are main rapper, lead dancer, and vocalist. Admittedly I didn't choose a lot of strong rappers for this group, so he definitely is one of the best for the main rapper position, skill and vocal color wise. I also think he's quite an entertaining dancer, so I gave him the lead dancer position, and a vocal position as well of course, because his vocals really suit Morning sound. The third member of Morning I chose is Mamo from Twice. Now, I know some of you may be questioning my choice as people love to bash Momo's abilities, but I really think her charisma fits Morning's image well. And I think she would get more chances to show her skills off in this group, especially when it comes to rapping. Anyways, the positions I've given her are main dancer of course, lead rapper, and vocalist. I'd really love to see her develop her rapping more so I gave her the lead rapper position, but honestly her singing isn't that bad either so I gave her a vocalist position as well. The image I had in mind for her was very much a high-class model type, very untouchable vibes, you know. The next member I chose was Shuhur from G-Idol. Similar to Rosé's case, I'm sure many members of G-Idol could have fit this concept, but I ended up choosing Shuhur for our mutual benefit. And because I got really attached to the idea of her being a duo with another member I'll mention later. Her positions for now are vocalist and visual, but I think they could change as she gets to show off her vocals more. One thing I really paid attention to when choosing members is that they all would get around equal chances to shine without outshining each other too much. So regardless of position, I think Shuhur would still get similar line amounts to the other more experienced vocalists anyways. I really think she has a strong city girl vibe, so that played a part in why I wanted her for morning above other G-idol members. The fifth member of morning is Jungkook from BTS. This was probably a pretty predictable choice, but I chose Jungkook because I think his recent aesthetic and fashion style suits a nightlife concept, and because I adore his vocals. The position I gave him was main vocalist. He definitely has skills in most other aspects of K-pop, but I wanted to keep his position short so he can really focus on his vocals mostly, as he'll play a big part in most songs. When choosing him, I got really caught onto the idea of him being an older brother type person, so I tried to push that through his personal concept. I think he'd be a fan favorite for sure. I was really impressed with her versatility in Next Level compared to Black Mamba, so I think Winter from aespa was the best choice for morning out of the aespa members. I'm sure in another group she could easily take the main vocalist position, but because morning is a very vocally strong group so far, I've decided to keep her positions as just lead vocalist and visual. You know how I mentioned earlier someone being a duo with Shuhur? Well yeah, that was Winter. Something about them reminds me of each other in how they carry themselves, so I wanted them to have a bit of an opposite twin concept. Essentially, Winter being pushed as a very shiny and untouchable person in morning official content, whereas Shuhur is pushed as a more down-to-earth and level-headed type. I chose Joy as the member I'd like from Red Velvet because I know she's very versatile and can handle the concept and sound changes. Plus, her voice just adds a tinge of class to every song, so that's another benefit. Unfortunately, I'm only giving her a vocalist and rapper position for now, but I'd also like for her to act as the face of the group because I think she has a very memorable presence. And my idea for her individual concept was a bit more horror inspired than the other members, so I wanted to give her some separation from them. The last member of morning is Ryujin from ITZY with the positions main rapper, lead dancer, center, and maknae. One thing I took into account when choosing her positions was her ability to make the performance feel very personal to her. So that was an aid in the decision to give her the center position as well as a lead dancer position. I also think she is quite a strong rapper alongside Yonjin, so she took a main rapper position as well. She gets maknae because she's the youngest among the idols I chose. So, those are the members of morning. I hope you like the lineup and positions I gave them. I'd love to hear who your bias would be. Anyways, let's move on to their debut album. Morning's debut album is a mini album under the name Good Night, and it features 7 songs including the title track. With this album I leaned more into the dark vibe music side of morning's concept, but I also tried to feature some different tracks on it to showcase all of the members better. So I hope you get what I was going for.
To make this so hot, break down in ocean, make this flow on fire, break down on fire. Coming at you like real world, here to light it up, set the world on fire. Gonna break rules and hearts and tools, 'cause that's what the baddest do. Love, no more, I try. 네가 나를 믿는다면 give you all. No more, I try. And I am all in. All in. Please stop, Black Mirror. 우리 사이를 좁혀. Black Mirror. 한껏이 솟은 두 발끝 거칠 것 하나 없는 move. 날 보며 바빠지는 phone. yeah.
Then, here are the concept photos I created for this album. I hope you like them. Lastly, let's talk about the fandom. The fandom name I chose out for morning is Nightfall, and the fans would refer to themselves as Fallen as a nudge back to morning's catchphrase by morning you've fallen. The name Nightfall was chosen because you can't have morning without nightfall first. As you can tell, I really took to puns when deciding on the fandom's traits. Anyways, that's all for now. Thanks for watching this far, I hope you enjoyed. I'd love to hear your opinion on my group in the comments, and once again I'd really appreciate it if you went and showed support to cherryeong's video and channel. She was so patient and kind with me while my side of this project took forever. She deserves the world, to be honest. Her channel will be linked in the description. Please like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye for now.